Hey, this is Wyatt Lofton. I was off for a couple days because it was raining, and I wanted it to be bright. So this is episode 2 of Diaries of a Madman. Let's see what's in this book. I think this is when I was in art class. Yeah, I didn't quite grasp pen working with with ink yet, so it was a start. This this is a car. Yeah, it actually flies. You have these spherical wheels. I've always been trying to reinvent the wheel, you know. Ever since late middle school, I was trying to reinvent the wheel, but that's one of my flying car designs. Pretty out there. Who knows if it'll actually work? I don't do traditional fueled internal combustion or jet engine vehicles anymore. Yeah, here's my Picasso right here. This is my fucking portrait, and I look fucking horrible. I mean, a far cry from where I was, but that's when I was lame and conformed and had short hair. Fuck that guy. And this guy, man, my note, I really, who am I, Beavis? I mean, look at those nostrils, dude. I wasn't happy with that one, but it's a drawing one the less. This, yeah, like a mechanical version of me. I don't know. This was actually pretty good. That's a Mustang. Mostly freehand. Some lines actually, most lines look to be separated from one another. Some of them, at least, makes it a little bit more. That's the quirk of this drawing, I guess. Yeah, that's all one line. Hell, they even made lines for the stripes. This is all one line. Yeah, we were learning about Picasso. There's a viper. Again, all one line. I just don't want to. That was pretty fun. Yeah, Jonan, I was really into your work. Don't copyright strike me. I, I, I don't. Yeah. Please don't. I'm just an admirer. Another one. Yeah, I was starting to get real good with the grill. These wheels are a little bit turned. I kind of wanted to add some functionality there. Again with the stripes. I mean, even you can see the windshield wipers. Just all one line. It was fun. This. What if a Mustang was a Ferrari? I mean, or a Lamborghini, more like. But that's a horrible design. I don't like it. It's too fat. But it's cool looking. I don't know what I was thinking with that grill. Oh yeah, this is when I started to get into a little bit more into motorcycle. You see, that is the headlamp, but it's also a windscreen. And you got these intakes right here. In between that, and you got I believe that's V6. Huh. I didn't finish this design. I just didn't finish it. Same thing with this one. I have drawings that I have a lot of drawings that go nowhere, but I have a lot of drawings that go somewhere. Yeah, I wasn't happy with that, but I'm really experimenting with the windscreen slash headlight idea. Oh, I gotta sit down. It's the time to sit down. Okay. So that was a line That didn't go anywhere. I don't know what I was trying to do. Like, I think it was a Lincoln Continental. I was trying to do that line. It's another Mustang. I don't know. Maybe I was like really into Ford, really into Mustang at the time, because I have all these drawings, and a lot of them are completed, but half of them don't even go anywhere. And you know, I wasn't even trying there, but that's a good shape. Your two headlamp binnacles and your grill. You know, it's just pretty cool. You see, I was just unhappy with it, and this is when I was starting to use ink. I was kind of hit and miss back then. And see this, you have your functional air and air scoop right here. Again, all one line. These lights, it's all one line. I started to get somewhere with this. The one I showed you last time, it was a lot like this. It was this, and that was done on a fishing boat. This is when I was just really starting to get used to this. Again, with that Mustang front end design, that would have looked good. That's actually a really good grill shape. That would work. And okay, so I did the body at least. Not I didn't do the rear fender, but I did the front fender, and I'm not really happy with that. You know, see, these are old drawings, and I've become a lot more precise and a lot better since then. But still, pencil is my go-to, and ink is just, I can work with ink. It's just I haven't in a while, and I kind of suck. Just like I did when I first started. This is going to be like a geometrical, not geometrical, this is a kind of geometric. Well, it's got corners, so yeah. Just this pattern, and so here's another one. Yeah, try all you would need to do with this is to get some psychedelic mushrooms and bright colors and have a whole page of these. You know, that'd be a lot of fun. Put a light on it. Check that out. It's when I was first starting. This is the design I was first starting to do back then. Let's see. There's going to be fenders and wheels. You see, that isn't... I'm a perfectionist. No wonder I didn't finish this. And those lines are far too dark to erase, so whatever. Oh, I used a compass actually for these. Huh. Okay. I could make perfect circles myself. Near perfect anyways. I'm not 100%. This is like an engine block, but very geometric, polygonal. Like this is something to start off on a computer, really. That was going to be that crazy X16 I was designing. Oh, now we get back into firearms again. I'm not going to argue ideology. I'm just a mechanical designer, and I have ideas, and I have to get them out on paper. This is like a combination of like a revolver and like not Winchester, like a Savage 1890. Or was it 90 or 99? You know, their lever action rifle. I don't expect all of you to understand, but it was kind of a combination, kind of a Frankenstein of those two. Got this table. I think I was in architecture class actually when I was doing this. Yeah, now I don't have the drawing with me. I might have it still and I might show it in a different series on this channel, but basically this is a portable table. And the chairs, there's two of them, they fold up and fit in here perfectly. I was trying to get round shape for them to fold up, and you would carry this thing. Now again, it's not showed here, but okay, we have a K arrangement. Looks like 6 cylinders. Another K arrangement. I think this might have been an X12, but I think it's a K arrangement. See how I was just kind of progressing, and whoa. Now, who would want something like that? Again, experimenting with the designs. Now, we're about like halfway done with this book. Again, with the turbine in the center, grill, headlight, fender. See how it's starting to come out slowly. I'm starting to get in. That's actually decent for ink, for me in ink. I'm much better now, but I prefer pencil. A circle that didn't go anywhere. Now that's pretty cool. The lines are actually separated. I didn't go anywhere with that. I don't think it would have fit on paper. It was a little bit too big for it. Now this, I could have went somewhere with this, and that's all one line. You see, you have your fender right here, your headlight and grill. This turbine right here kind of looks like the Batmobile. Hood area, your cockpit. I don't know. I think this was going to be a scoop for the rear wheels, or to cool off the rear section of the vehicle. I don't know what I was trying to accomplish with that. Again, didn't go anywhere. Nothing else on that page. Again, didn't go anywhere. See, I'm warning you right now. A lot of these didn't go anywhere. This, come on. That was one line, but that was a concept drawing. Now this, I don't know what I was thinking here. Let's see, with the spherical wheels again. I even did my own treads. 2 tanks, a gearbox, a turbine engine, freaking cooling, radiators, what looks to be a V8, and you have your freaking side exhaust right here. On top of that, you have your whole underbody is basically fucking jet propulsion with afterburner and regular tires. Like, I don't know what I was, and well, not regular tires. I was gonna do that. Maybe I wasn't. No, I wasn't doing that. Okay, so here's the thing. The front wheels are spherical. They have jet engines in them. Or wait, they don't. They're actually basically like, they're more like rotors, just with a hollow area. This was a terrible design and wouldn't have worked. You can't just have helicopter blades. Plus, these things are really heavy. It would need something extra. I've perfected that design, but I'll show you guys later. Again with I gotta flip this over. Again with the experimental mechanisms. You know, this doing drawing and doing this kind of stuff really helps me relax, really helps me unwind. If I can get my creativity and ambition out on a piece of paper, what I have on my head, this is a dragon motorcycle, then that's good. And unfortunately, in the United States, more than, I don't know, any of the other good countries in the world, we really, it just seems like we really have a problem with letting people be creative and innovation, and we just have limits on so many things that just need to change. That was a motorcycle right there. It's like almost like it's a crime to have a mind of your own and be creative here. I mean, even our coins don't look that good. You look at a Canadian coin or an Australian coin from the Perth Mint, and it looks, I'm getting off topic here, but you get it. Creativity is, for some reason in America, we don't like it. That right there, that was my logo. That's an L, but it's also a snake. Stands for my last name, Lofton. Okay, here's where we start to get into detailed mechanisms. That is a slide. Okay. And this is when I start getting into blown up images, part by part. This was an early design. It probably wouldn't work, but whatever. It was, no, my last video I had starts, but okay, this is when I started to get a little bit more detailed with the frame. So you have, and just, you see you have your cylinder arm, and your release would be someplace back here. You have this rail slash sight. Looks like ports to let excess energy out front. And then here's where your slide is, and there would be a revolving cylinder in there. Your grip, it's just all one. You could do it on a 3D printer if you want. I don't encourage it. And more with this design. I was experimenting with this design probably longer than any other gun and frame design. This, it just kind of evolved. Yeah, this had a buoy blade on it. Whoever would be carrying this thing wouldn't be fucking around. I started, see that spring shock in there. I was experimenting with that design a lot too. That was more of like a carbine, I guess. Crankshaft, not perfect. This is a little rough, but this is a design I would later expand upon. You see, you have this hole in the fender. You have your shock right here. You have this kind of tail, kind of like an extra fender, but you have your swing arm here, and this would all function together and pivot with the suspension. I don't know, maybe it's unnecessary functionality. It's supercharged. That is air fed, Okay, here's where I did it. This I called the Lofton Mantis, and I think you can see why. It's shaft driven. It's not driven by a belt. It's kind of a little bit more old school. See, you can really see what I was trying to do here. And you got your abdomen like they're like an insect. That's where that's the windscreen and the headlamp glass in one unit. I added these butterfly valves here. Not sure I don't know if that would make sense or not nowadays, and maybe I thought it made sense back then. You have two cams over each cylinder. It's it's not perfect, but it's pretty nice. Hey guys, any motorcycle companies, guys are interested, give me a call. Maybe I'll design something for you. Another frame. This is gonna be the design. I don't know. It kind of worked. You have these grooves here, just that revolve the cylinder, kind of like a Webley Fosbury. Only the whole, it's not on a track and doesn't move back and forth like this and recoil. That was the Webley Fosbury. That was actually a semi-automatic revolver. It was pretty cool. And go for a pretty penny nowadays, as I understand. I have no intention of owning a gun. This was going to be one half of an X16, and this probably wouldn't have worked in this arrangement. So you have your cylinders and cooling jackets. I don't expect all of you to understand what that is, especially the girls, unless they grew up in a machine shop. Again, experimenting with that grill kind of looks a little bit angelic. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking here. This is stupid. I don't know. And again, unnecessarily stupid. Oh yeah, this is going to be like a Corvette design. I didn't go with it. It would have been cool, but I just wasn't happy with it. It didn't look like a Corvette to me. Okay, so that's where I started this detour from that other design. This is when I started to get into the teardrop back window. And yes, that is a split screen like the old Stingrays. It's a different car. And yeah, I was really into that boat tail thing. And you got the spoiler right over it. Looks ridiculous, but I don't know. Maybe you guys would look at it like it's an Edsel or a Tucker or an old AMC Pacer. But I was getting pretty experimental with the designs. Okay, back to Mustangs. That was kind of like a combination of Mustang and Cobra front end. This was going to be, I think, a Camaro. Fenders. I went with that grill. Still kind of angular but square. Kind of diamond-shaped headlights, but they're at an angle. That would be cool. Yeah, I was on this design for a little bit, I guess. And here's when I started to, you'll see in later vehicles where this design starts to evolve. I was on this design for a while. And this is when I started to add an engine in the wheel. Yeah, you'd be propelling yourself, but you'd also be keeping yourself up and still be able to steer in the air. But it would take some practice. You can't just jump in a car and expect to fly right away, can you? I don't know what this was. Let's see here. That was a bicycle frame fender. Oh, that would be a cool design for a bicycle, I think. Just a grill of something. Another grill of something. What was I trying to do? An Imperial? I don't know. This was something. I started to get into armor. Again with this design. It just kind of evolved from there. It didn't go anywhere. Okay, now this is cool. Yeah, this is actually an in-hub suspension bicycle wheel. So you'd have your wheel, right? Spokes, but the spokes only go out to here. What you basically have is you have bearings in here, a cover, and brakes. But on the fork, you would have, the standard section, but you would also have this arm. And that would go into this system that fits in there. I guarantee you, I think that would be a very smooth ride if someone were to make that. Maybe I might. But you know what? If you steal my idea, I'll know that you got it from me. Got proof right here. Madman Diaries. Diaries of the Madman. Yeah, that was another X16 arrangement. It got a little wider, didn't it? Okay. This I got a little bit too crazy with. There's so many lines, but they're not perfect, but they are where they need to be. I can't believe I did that. Fuel injection, turbo fed by butterfly valves, more air fuel mixture, basically. This is when, you see, I started doing this stuff. Cams, gears, drive shafts, piston rings, connecting rods. Yeah. Again, with this design, I was starting to make it a little sleeker. Another drawing that didn't go anywhere. Now, this could have went somewhere. That would be cool. So you got your spherical wheels. Now, this thing is a little bit more like a plane. Like, that could actually, I don't know, it probably wouldn't work, but we'll see. Again, with that design, a lot of these didn't go anywhere. Same thing, didn't go anywhere. Started, didn't finish. Didn't feel like I needed to finish it because it just looked terrible to me, I guess. Not really. Okay, here's where I started to do. This is a monocoque chassis. This is made out of pretty high strength stuff, and you got these buttresses here, and you got this teardrop. You know what? Actually, that whole thing going on there, that reminds me of the last Ford GT they made like a couple years ago, and I did this way before that car was even conceived to be remade and engineered. That V6 turbo EcoBoost thing. Ford, you got something to say, man? Top of a slide, didn't go anywhere. Oh yeah, GM, if you ever want to bring back the Tornado, let alone the Oldsmobile name, you know who to call, because that thing would be awesome. All you have to do in this day and age is make it electric. Some gearheads that are gonna cringe. Oh, don't make it electric. Fuck you. Anyways, you and your fucking Beamers and your pickup trucks acting like assholes. Yeah, that shit doesn't fly with me, man. Fuck. Anyways, another dragon bike. A strut that doesn't go anywhere. That was a windscreen. Those are lights, and it was actually made to look like a skull. I don't know if you guys see that, but teeth, the eyes. Kind of cool. What's this? Fucking cyborg lizard? I don't know. And, well, you remember that mechanism from the last video. This was me updating it, I guess. I went back there. I didn't go back, really. Armor, yeah. I'm Batman. This, yeah. Kind of looks like kind of looks like the, yeah, I was into that at the time. Now this, okay, we're getting into animation. This was actually going to be a comic I was going to do. Me being a teen going into my 20s. This was pretty cool. I'm actually happy with that. Yeah. I was kind of into fantasy science fiction. Yeah. I've been in science fiction my whole life, really. That was interesting how that spoiler comes up out of the fender. I wasn't happy with that, though. I didn't like it. And you know what? We're going to leave off on a design. I mean, look at this for the fingers. It would fit perfectly. At that spur there. This is like Lucasfilm. I could design weapons for you. I mean, just give me a pen and paper. It's not perfect, but you'll get the gist. Anyways, that was Diaries of Madman Part 2. Now, join me next week as we do, sweaty as fucking here. As I will start a new series called Nice Pad, Man. Fuck yeah. So, alright guys, signing out.